This is Peixinho, take one. Welcome to the making of Peixinho. Here in Mozambique, I'm documenting the story of Bento Msua, who's ensuring that his local community interacts more safely with the oceans to prevent drownings. So the main part of this story was documenting Bento and his journey from not being able to swim just 3 years ago to now being well on his way to becoming a dive master and being a qualified swim instructor, teaching the young children of the area how to swim and be more safe in the ocean. Unfortunately, drownings are a very common occurrence here in Ginjata Bay. People often go fishing and swimming without knowing how to swim properly, and when the tide changes, they get in trouble and unable to make it back to land. Bento's a newly qualified swim teacher, and he's been doing a great job teaching classes every Saturday and Sunday for the local community. So today we're shooting topside with Bento at the pool today, so the kids are just about to arrive. I'm going to run you through the setup I'm using for the shoot today. I'm going to shoot handheld for the most part. I might rest on the floor every now and then, but for the most part we're going to keep it steady handheld. I've got the Sony a7R III with a 28 to 70mm lens on it. I've got the Shinobi by Atomos as the monitor as well, so it just gives me a better idea of what I'm shooting, and I don't have to keep looking down at the camera screen in the glare. Then the Rode VideoMic Pro to get that nice quality crisp audio, and then in front here I've got a square filter by a company called Earth, and I've got an ND60 filter on there. What that does is it just really helps in harsh lighting conditions. It allows me more control over the settings. I don't have to use such a high shutter speed to negate the high light that's coming in from the sky. So this is the setup we're going to go with today. Let's go and shoot and see what we get. Put the camera stuff. I love. Basically, when you see the camera, just ignore it and just be natural around the kids and pretend like I'm not there. Then you can see the normal way the decision by one there. Yeah, you good? So having been here for just a few days and seeing the smiles on the faces of all the children being taught how to swim has been incredible. It's amazing how much just a few lessons can do for their confidence in the water and also their skill as well. Learning a life skill like this is going to be vital for them, as many of them will go on to become fishermen or spend a lot of time near or in the water. So knowing how to be safe and actually safely interact with the ocean is crucial for them. So today is going to be the first day that we get in the pool with the camera and film the kids as they swim. So it's going to be interesting to see the reaction of the kids to having a camera underwater. But I'm hoping to get some really cool dynamic shots, play around with the slow-mo and also split shots as well, and just get a lot of footage of the kids having a lot of fun under the water. So let's get in with them to see what happens. As well as teaching the local community how to swim and interact more safely with the ocean, Bento also conducts incredible research on the fish populations and coral growth in the area. Tagging coral colonies to monitor their growth, as well as going to fisheries to monitor what the fishermen are catching to estimate sizes of populations in the area, is crucial for the scientific research in the area. As part of making this film, I thought it was incredibly important that I go out with the fishermen one day to see exactly what they go through to be able to sustain their families and the community. But nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to see that day. The ocean was rough on this fateful day, and as I dived down to see what the fishermen had caught in their net, I felt my heart immediately sink. Through the murky waters, I saw the unmistakable shape of a giant guitar fish trapped within their net. I was filled with conflicting emotions as I watched this beautiful animal dragged from the deep and pulled to shore. This sequence was without a doubt the most difficult thing that I've ever had to film, but it served as a reminder of what it takes to survive in this area, as well as the realities of documentary filmmaking. As well as documenting Bento's story, a large part of what I'm doing out here is also helping to develop the skills of local in-country storyteller Mario, who's Bento's friend and is a photographer. By having Mario shadow me through the shooting of this film, he's been able to help with the behind the scenes, serving as a camera assistant, as well as learning new photography techniques and how we storyboard a short film like this. It was really important for me to have Mario involved as much as possible in the planning and storyboarding of this shoot, to be able to develop his skills so that once I leave, he's able to be the in-country storyteller for this organization and tell the local community stories for the world to see. One of the most difficult parts of documenting this story has been the underwater aspects of it. The water here is very unpredictable and conditions can change very quickly, which is one of the reasons that there are so many drownings in the area. We had to make the most of any clear days that we had, and it ended up meaning a lot of early mornings and long days out in the water. Experimenting in the surf, we really got creative with the types of shots here, and we ended up getting some very dynamic footage for the film. So this is my first time documenting a human-focused story as opposed to a wildlife-focused story, which is what I normally document. It's definitely been a learning curve for me in terms of storyboarding for this short film and finding a flow to it, as well as finding a way to make the audience as emotionally invested in the characters as possible. So this area is incredible. It's so picturesque and the water is just beautiful. But one of the most amazing things about this bay has to be the whales. I'm not sure if there's anywhere else in the world where you can get to whales within just a couple of minutes from the beach and you can see them in great numbers. Flying the drone from our house, we could be on top of a pod of whales within 60 seconds, watching some of the most incredible behaviors. Humpback whales calve in the nearby waters, so watching close interactions between mothers and calves has been a near daily occurrence here. So we're a couple of days away from wrapping up the shoot, and today is the big day. We're doing an interview with Bento, the main character of the film. He's a little bit nervous. I think the nerves are catching up to him, but he's seen other people being interviewed, so I think he's got the idea of what we need, and I really need him to provide all the audio that we need to lay over for the film. So, by hoping this goes well, I've got Ines here for backup, and I think she's really going to put him at ease, so let's go and get this interview.
Care you or care you to go out and those puddings?
Okay, we just finished the final interview with the main man Bento. How do you feel about the interview?
I feel better.
Yeah, if it was all right?
Yes.
He was nervous about it at the start, but actually, when you started going, you got the questions. He asked more questions himself at the end, right?
Yes.
How did you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yes.
You happy with it?
I'm happy.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go back and watch over the footage now, but it seems like it's good. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Me too.
Okay, so we're here at Bento's house. We're going to show him and his family Peixinho for the first time. It's going to be great to see their reaction. How are you feeling about showing your family the film?
I'm feeling happy.
Excited to see your children?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Okay, so hopefully his family enjoy the film. Let's go and watch it. I had an amazing time in Mozambique over the last month telling this story and met the most incredible people along the way. A huge thank you to everyone who's helped with this film, from translation to transcription to just driving us around from shop to shop. And a massive thank you to Ocean Cultural Life, whose storytelling grant has allowed this film to be possible. Working closely with Love the Oceans Conservation Organisation here in Mozambique, the charity that both Bento and Mario work for, I've been able to get a great insight into the amazing work that the boys do in the local community. So that's a wrap on Peixinho. I hope you've enjoyed this behind the scenes look as to how we brought Bento's story to life.
Ensina-nos que o oceano é um lugar perigoso, um sítio a temer. As pessoas que se aventuram no oceano nem sempre voltam. Muitas crianças já se perderam no mar aqui.